Unfortunately, this video is addressing a deeply tragic event that's just been reported out of the UK. Recently, a 10-year-old girl lost her life in a devastating incident involving their family dog. This is another reminder of the critical importance of ensuring child and dog safety in the home. I'm not going to speculate on the details of this situation as they've not been released to the public. However, it's not an uncommon tragedy. Over the past 2 years, there's been over 100 fatal dog attacks reported throughout the US and Europe. Close to 40% of these involve children and the family dog. So as a professional canine behaviour consultant, I want to talk about the steps that we can take to minimise this risk, because every family deserves to feel safe. Most families with their dogs just assume that everything's going to be fine. We expect our dogs to know how to act, and we believe that our children are simply safe because they've always been around the dog. This is complacency, and it can lead to disaster. First and foremost, our dogs, no matter how loving, can be unpredictable when they're stressed, in pain or startled. Let's talk about how to do this. First, physical management, boundaries, managing dogs' access to areas and the children's access to areas. For families with young children, this could be baby gates, crates, structures, playpens for the dog, playpens for the babies. Supervision is paramount. You should never have them unsupervised. This prevents accidents, and these interactions that are supervised will prevent injuries. We also need to shape the dog's behaviour, help them manage their impulses around children, and not just so that they have basic commands in their training, but also to desensitise them to common movements and sound around children. It's more about communication and bonding with our dog so that they can cope with unpredictable events. Dogs can learn to respond calmly to children's excitement and sounds and movements, but they need to be shaped. They need to be taught how to respond appropriately to these things. And this is where families often fall short. They just expect the dog to know. Behavioural shaping isn't just about training, it's about practicing, proofing, and meaning that your dog can act appropriately in a real situation. But then we've got the children's role. Children need to learn how to behave responsibly and appropriately around dogs, even when they are young. Now, this is a big thing on the parents, but it must be done. And understanding that dogs need their own space, knowing how to interact calmly with them, are all things that we as parents need to set boundaries with and teach our children. The harsh truth is that many tragedies like this one can be prevented. Parents often trust their family dogs and trust their children way too much, believing that the child would never do anything inappropriate and the dog would never hurt the child. But this trust must be backed up by preparation and vigilance. Dogs communicate their discomfort through subtle signs, turning their head away, licking their lips, stiffening their bodies. These signs are often missed or worse, ignored. And these tragic incidents are a call for action, not about blaming the family, not about blaming the dog, but as dog guardians and parents, taking the responsibility and actually putting into action what is needed to keep our families safe. Dogs are the best companion animal that you could possibly ask for, but this comes with responsibility, respect, and putting in the work. So if you're a parent, ask yourself, have I done enough to ensure that my child and my dog can live in the environment together harmoniously? Have I taught my children the boundaries and respect that every dog deserves? Have I taught my dog how to cope in this environment? And have I trained them to the point where everybody can feel safe?